Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we'll understand Right to Information Act 2005, a landmark law that empowers citizens to ask questions from the government, promote transparency, accountability, and strengthen democracy through people's participation. So let's begin with the topic. Dear students, Right to Information Act 2005 is an important law in India that gives citizens the right to access information from public authorities. It was enacted to promote transparency, accountability, and openness in government functioning. Through this act, citizens can seek information regarding government decisions, policies, expenditures, and administrative actions, thereby ensuring greater public participation in governance. The RTI Act strengthens democracy by empowering people to question authorities and reducing corruption and misuse of power. Meaning of RTI. RTI stands for Right to Information. Right to information is regarded as a fundamental right in India because it originates from Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution, which provides the right to freedom of speech and expression. The Supreme Court of India has observed that citizens can express their opinions effectively only when they have access to information. Therefore, RTI Act gives citizens the legal right to obtain information from public authorities and helps in promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance in public administration. Now, purpose of RTI Act. RTI Act aims to make the working of government bodies more open and transparent. It gives citizens right to access information held by public authorities so that they can know how decisions are made and how public money is used. RTI also empowers people by allowing them to question government actions, policies, and administrative decisions. By providing access to official records and information, it helps in reducing corruption, misuse of power, and unnecessary secrecy in administration. The Act promotes accountability by making public officials responsible for their actions and decisions. It also strengthens democracy by ensuring that citizens have right to know about government activities, which encourages greater participation in governance and administration. Now, what constitutes information? So, dear students, according to Section 2F of RTI Act, information means any material available in any form. It includes records, documents, memos, emails, opinion, advice, press release, circular, order, logbooks, contracts, reports, data, samples, and material stored in electronic form. The definition of information also includes details related to private bodies if such information can be accessed by a public authority under any existing law. Further, Central Information Commission clarified that opinions are treated as information only when they are available in a recorded or material form. Now heading to see objectives of RTI Act. The main objectives of RTI Act are to make government functioning more open, transparent, and accountable to people. The Act was introduced to strengthen democracy by giving citizens right to access information from public authorities. Its major objectives are: firstly, to empower citizens. The Act gives people the legal right to obtain information from government departments and public authorities. This helps citizens become more aware of their rights and participate actively in governance. Second, to promote transparency and accountability. RTI encourages openness in the working of public authorities by making government records and decisions accessible to public. It also makes officials answerable for their actions and decisions. Third, to contain corruption. By allowing citizens to seek information about government activities, use of public funds, and administrative decisions, the Act helps in reducing corruption, misuse of power, and unnecessary secrecy. Fourth, to enhance people's participation in the democratic process. So, dear students, RTI strengthens democracy by ensuring that citizens have right to know about government policies, programs, and decisions. This increases public awareness and encourages greater participation in governance and decision-making process. Now, there would be a question in your mind. What are the reasons for adoption of RTI Act? So, RTI Act was adopted to make government administration more transparent, accountable, and citizen friendly. Several important factors led to the introduction of this act. First, corruption and scandals. Increasing corruption, misuse of public funds, and administrative secrecy created a demand for greater transparency in government functioning. Many scams and scandals highlighted the need for citizens to have access to official information so that government actions could be monitored and officials could be held accountable. Second, international pressure and activism. The global movement for transparency, human rights, and good governance influenced India to adopt the RTI Act. International organizations and democratic reforms across the world encouraged governments to provide citizens with right to access information. Social activists, civil society organizations, and movements within India also strongly demanded transparency and people's right to know. And lastly, modernization and information society. So, with the growth of technology, digital communication, and the information society, people became more aware of their rights and expected easier access to government information. Modern democratic governance required openness, quick sharing of information, and active citizen participation, which made the adoption of RTI Act necessary. And that's all from my side, dear students. If you have enjoyed learning with me, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, UPSC Simplified by Anika, and don't forget to hit the like button for this video. Thank you.